Okay, let's get this Big Road app going. If you're new to Big Road, you have to sign up for free. This way, it can email you your logs, and it'll keep an account for you, so that way you can always go into your account and see what logs you have. So I'm gonna create a name just for the purposes of doing this. You have to agree to the terms. Continue. Okay, I'm gonna allow it to access the location because it needs to know where I'm at. Okay, you can read through all this. There's a lot of stuff to read through. I'm just gonna click next to get through it all. I'm gonna start using. Okay, this is your main page here. Very simply, you just press the button where it says ready, and this is where you can change your duty status. So if I was to start driving, I would just push the driving button, or if I want to go in sleeper, I just press the sleeper button. It's very simple. Now, we need to configure this. So before we start using this, let's look at the top here where it says none. Or press that. It asks me to update my trailer and shipper information. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's say trailer number I'm using is number 5. Shipping document, it might be whatever the manifest number is, right? Enter that information and click done. Okay, now we'll go over here to the 3 dots over here and click settings. When the app is first started, it's in the automatic duty status. That will allow the app to automatically sense when the truck's moving. It will switch you from whatever duty status you were in before to driving, or when you stop the truck, it'll switch you from driving to on duty. Now, that's if the GPS is accurate. I prefer to leave it off and just to manually tell the app, hey, I'm driving, hey, I'm on duty. Okay, this way I don't have to worry about, hey, there might be some sort of error picking up the GPS signal because you might be in a bad location, you might be in a tunnel or something like that. So I recommend leaving it off. Below that, the inspection lockout, okay, I usually turn that off also. Now, let's get down to my profile. This is where you really need to do some updating. So you got your name in, your address. You don't need a password. You can put a password in there. That's just to access the app. But the phone is in your hand. What you need a password for? That's my thing. Phone number, I usually leave that blank also. I'm not really using this app to keep my information for my identity in here. I'm just trying to use this app to create a log. Okay, under cycle, press rules. Now your selected cycle is going to be dependent on how you work. Your drop down menu will tell you what options you have. Okay, I'm in the US and I'm using 70-hour 8-day. Your vehicle type, again, you select what type you're using, and then you have all your exceptions. Okay, you scroll through whatever applies to you, you select it. Okay, if you're this or that or whatever. Okay, and then when you get done looking at your exceptions, click done. All right, below rules is your home time zone. Click change. Now read this very carefully because this will determine on how the log is going to log your time for when you're logging. You may be in a different time zone, but your home zone, or where you're dispatched out of, is where you want to log the time. So I'm dispatched out of California, so I'll select Pacific time. Now you don't change this. You always leave it to the home time zone. If you switch to another time zone, then it's going to change your logging. So you never want to change it after you set it here. Click done. And lastly, you record a signature. Okay? Now, I'm not going to get all fancy and put my real signature, so I'm just going to make something up here. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Click save. And there's my signature. So once you've gone through all these settings here, click done. Now it has some more information here. You can read through it, but it's not really required for creating a log. Uh, there's some privacy stuff here, but I'm gonna back out of this. Now we need to go into, we're still configuring it. So we need to go into daily logs. And on this page, we're just going to read the availability of your drive time and your cycle. That looks normal because we just started the log. Okay. And you can see there's a graph of what a log will look like once you get it done. As you can see right now, it's showing 6:27 p.m. Okay. Well, I'm going to create a log, and I'm going to show how you can actually create a log for every day, and this is basically going to be the same setup. So on the bottom here, where it says View Logs, select this because we have to do some more configuring. I'm going to select Sunday, October 14th, which is today. Now, as you can see on this page, this is the log. So far it shows that I've been off duty at 9:23 p.m. Why is it showing 9:23 p.m.? It's not 9:23, is it? That's weird. Okay, let's go to header. And we need to edit some information here. No, I don't want to do that. I'll move this out the way. Alright. I'm driving by myself, right? But if I had a co-driver, I could pick a co-driver. No, we can't pick a co-driver. Yeah, I think I tried doing that before. That must be a bug. Alright, put in your carrier name. Let's say, company ABC. Alright. Address, let's say they're down in San Diego. Okay, there's your shipping dock, there's trailer number. Alright, we need to add a truck. So we're going to give our truck a number. Add that. Yeah, if it's got a license plate number, we can put that also. Then click add truck. Okay, let's say I drove 500 miles. My odometer might have started at, let's say, 500. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Gotta move this little thing out the way. Started at 5002. I drove 500 miles. So that meant that my end odometer was 502. Right? Add the truck. No, we already added the truck. Let's back out of that. Okay. Remarks. Let's see, I was picking grapes. Wait a minute. Why is my spell checker all jacked up? I'm just going to leave it like that. Done. Okay. So we have our header information. Basically, we put in our truck, trailer, which we did that earlier. Truck, trailer, company name, how many miles we drove. All right, and there's your recap. Now we need to go and create a log. All right. I still don't know why it's showing 9:23. All right, we're going to change this to say, all right, we started work this morning at 3 o'clock. We drove 500 miles, so that meant we must have been driving 10 hours. But we have to take an 8-hour break somewhere before that 10 hours, because legally you have to take a break before your 8th hour. So I'm going to start work at 3. I'm going to go on duty. And let's see, 3 o'clock a.m. Okay. Location. Well, I'm not in Lodi. Let's say San Diego. Come on. I'll be out here. There you go. Nope. It's a pre-trip. Okay, save that. Right away, I get an error up there at the top that says low on drive time. Well, I'm not finished yet. Okay, I do a pre-trip for, let's say it takes me 30 minutes. I'm checking out my truck, blah, blah, blah. So that meant that after going on duty, I start driving. But I have to show 30 minutes. So I go to add past duty status. From 3 o'clock to 3:30, I was on duty. So I see on duty, started at 3:30 a.m. Okay. Location, San Diego. I can leave my note blank there. Click save. Okay. Now, if you notice, look at your log graph. Okay. So I was on duty from 3 o'clock to 3:30, but at 3:30 I started driving. So I'm going to go to the second entry, click edit, change that from on duty to driving, and then click save. Now, I'm driving and I'm going to get all these errors because it says driving after 8 hours since the last 30-minute break. Well, I have to modify my log. I had to say, okay, I got to take a break before the 8th hour. And it tells you right there, the little red line at 11 o'clock, that's when I should have took my break. But I'm going to take my break at, let's say, 9. So I'm going to go into adding the past duty status. Say, yeah, I'm going to go off duty at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to change this here. AM. Okay. Now, this is about 6 hours from San Diego. That would probably put me, if I'm going east, that might put me in El Centro. Again, I'm making this up. Okay. And I'm going to put a note that I'm on break. Save. Okay. Now, if you notice, all the errors went away, but it's showing I'm off duty for 12 hours. But I'm only going to be off duty for 30 minutes. So, from 9 o'clock to 9:30, I'm on break in El Centro. So I got to make a new duty status saying I'm driving again at 9:30 a.m. and I'm in El Centro when I start driving. Okay, save that. Get those errors again, because hey, it says that I kept driving all the way to the end of the day, which isn't the case. But I got my 30-minute break in, but I can't drive more than 11 hours, right?
Say a command.
No, I didn't ask you. That's my ELD over there. Waking up kind of like Siri and what's that other one that Amazon's got? Alexa, yeah. Okay, so, okay, I'm showing so far, okay, I'm driving from 3:30 to 9, so let's just say that's about 5.5 hours. So I can only drive another 6 or 5 hours. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna drive from 9:30 to maybe, let's say, 2:15. So I gotta add another duty status. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go on duty at 2:15. It's PM. Okay. So where am I now? Let's say I'm in Yuma. Okay, save that. Oh, location must be at least 5 characters long. I guess Yuma is not long enough, so I gotta put the state. How about that? All right. Now look at my log. Looks got no errors. Yes, you can stay on duty for a long time. You just can't drive past that. But I'm only going to be on duty for about an hour. So I started on duty at 2:15. I go off duty at 3:15. So again, I add past duty status. I'm going off duty at 3:15. It's PM. I'm at Yuma, Arizona. Save that. Now I'm done for the day. Everything looks good. Now look at my total hours on the log graph. Looked like I drove 10 hours, 15 minutes. I was on duty for an hour and a half. Now, the log shows that it's ending at 9, what was that, 9:30? But I got is when I sign the log, it's going to complete it all the way to the end. Now watch this. I press sign daily log, and I press sign log. See that? It completes it all the way to the end. So it shows my total off-duty time is 12 hours, 15 minutes. And put in my signature. Okay? So all I got to do now is email it. Now when you email it or print it, you have a copy of it. Because this app will only hold 14 days. After that, it rolls off the 14th day and then starts a new one. And you lose that log information. So it's best that every day you email a copy of your log to yourself. But again, make sure everything looks good, right? You want to edit something, let's say, before you email it, actually before you signed it, you should have made sure. So let's say I signed it, but I made a mistake, all right? If I was to say, okay, instead of taking my break at 9, I took it at 8:45. If I click on that, see that? It won't let me do anything. So what I got to do, I had to go down here where it says edit daily log. I select that, come back to the 9 o'clock, edit that, say instead of starting at 8, instead of starting at 9, I'm going to change that to 8:45. Oops, wait a minute, yeah. I go this way. Okay. And then I ended at 9:15. So here, boom. Then click save. So I still have my 30-minute break. It's just that I adjusted the time when I did it. Okay. Now I got to re-sign it because I changed my log. So I got to sign it again. Sign the log. Boom, boom, boom. Now I go email the log, add email. Now, do I want it to access my contacts? No, not now, because I want you guys seeing my contacts. So let's go add, we will use your contacts so let's send in log check. Okay, whatever. Well, I'm going to say deny. I don't want you guys, just let me enter an email. It won't let me. Okay, so I guess I got to allow. Oh, crap. So now you guys see all my email contacts. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to just type in one. And let's do this. And send it. So that email now got sent out. Okay, so that means that this day is done. I go to header. I scroll down to the bottom. And it tells you right down there at the bottom, for today, I worked 11 hours, 45 minutes. Okay. Now, let's say on the 10th, I worked, but the 11th, 12th, and 13th, I did not work. So I got to create a log for the 10th. So I'm going to go to the log. I'm going to scroll up here at the top. I'm going to go back to the 10th. I'm say, okay, on the 10th, I actually worked 13 hours, but I only drove for 2 hours. Most of that work was done in a refinery. I started work at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I got off at 4 in the afternoon with a 30-minute break somewhere in there. All right, so I got to add, and then I started work at 2 a.m. Okay, and let's say I was in El Segundo. There we go. I just say Segundo. That worked. So I was in the plant. That implant. Okay. Save that. Save it. Yeah. Okay. Now, I got to take an 8-hour break. So that'll be, let's say, 9:45. So add past duty status. I went off duty at 9:45. Let's just go this way. Change that to 9 a.m. Okay. Same place, Segundo. Okay, and make a note. That was a break. I like how it saves certain things, but other things it doesn't save. Okay, so now we're showing that we started.
Brightness is at 40%.
You know what? That's that ELD again. I got ghosts in this freaking truck. All right, anyway. All right, so we went from 2 o'clock to 9:45 on duty. We took a break at 9:45 for 30 minutes. So that means that we come back from our break at 10:15. So we add past duty status. Go back on duty at 10:15. Same location. Save that. All right. And we got off work at 4.
Brightness is at 40%.
We go over and turn this thing off. All right. We're getting off work at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we go to.
Brightness is at 0%.
Sorry about that. I'm going to turn this thing off. Yes. Off. Thank you. Interrupting my tutorial here. I don't get paid for this. All right, back to this. Add past duty status. We're getting off at 4 o'clock. Come on. PM. Okay. Location. Segundo. Save. And that's my work day. So you look at the graph down there at the bottom. See, I worked a total of 13 and a half hours. All right. So now I got to sign the log. Oh, it wants me to add missing information. Like what? I wasn't driving, so let me see here. Oh, carrier name. Oh, yeah. Okay, got to put that in there. Address. Okay. Shipping dock. Well, actually, on that day, I didn't have a shipping dock. So I'm going to say NA. I didn't have a trailer, I didn't have a truck. Done. Now sign it now. It'll allow you to sign it now because I updated that information. Okay, so the log is signed. And again, I want to email and print it or just email it. That email, what did I say? I sent it to before. I sent it to these guys, yeah. Send it to them. Okay. So this log is done. So this is basically how you can create a log from a previous day. So let's go back to the last day, which is today. Look at the header. And if you look at your recap, as you can see there, now it shows that my total hours are showed up for both the 10th and the 13th. If I go to the first page, right here, look at your cycle. See, you only have 58 hours available for work and driving. All right? And then you go back to the real first page here, and you can see the shift resets at that time. So this is basically how you can use this app. Hopefully this helps. If you have any comments, send me a little message. Thank you.